Talking Wilkes University basketball here on the John Mendola Show. Assistant coach Nick Doyle is with us. And Nick, let's talk about bringing yourself to Colonel Land. What's this experience been like for you here in your first year?
It's been great. It's been everything I thought it could be. I know coming to Wilkes and coming to work with Coach Metz, something I was really looking forward to, and it was a great opportunity for me. And I think it's been everything I could ask for. Just every single day, it's always something that I don't dread coming to work. It's always something I enjoy.
Coach Metz is real. That's the first thing that comes across. You know, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells you the way things in. But he's got that side of him that he gets after guys. Talk a little bit about just being able to see him perform as a coach, whether it's at practice or in the game. And you guys seem like you have a good camaraderie there along with Coach Wignott.
Yeah, Coach Metz, a great guy. Like I think you said it best, he's real. He's a real person on and off the court. And then being an assistant coach, you got to see that dark side of him a couple times, and you have to try to replicate that energy back to the team as well. So just always having his back, knowing if he's serious about something, I got to get serious about it. And just being able to throw ideas, bounce out ideas off of each other. I think we work better than we thought we could work together. We really enjoy being around each other. The
tightness of this group. Obviously, we're hearing it now in the background, but talk a little bit about these guys being able to joke, but then turn on that switch when they're on the court.
This is probably the goofiest, but closest team I've ever been a part of in my life. Just 1 through 17, all the guys. There's no cliques. Everybody hanging out with everybody. Freshmen, seniors. They love having fun. When they step on the court, they know, okay, let's get serious. We're all trying to accomplish a goal. I think early on in the season we had to get them to that point, and I think we got them, and they really came together and striving for something together.
You guys winning the Freedom Conference felt really good. Stings a little bit going away, and Misericordia win it, but now you guys get another opportunity here with this weekend coming up. Talk about a second life and feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that wish they were in our position right now. We get a second chance at it. Last time we were on the court, it didn't end the way we wanted, so we're lucky enough to get a second chance, and I think the guys are really taking advantage of it. Get a chance to play for their seniors again. Seniors get one more chance to put that jersey on. So we're really lucky and thankful for the opportunity, and we're going to do the best we can with it.
Coach, appreciate your time, and congratulations on a very nice year.
All right, thank you.
Izzy Metz is with us from Wilkes University as we talk about the men's basketball team. Coach, congratulations, Coach of the Year in the Freedom Conference. I'm sure you're quite humble about it, and the team's the most important thing. But talking to Coach Doyle, your assistant coach, he said he didn't think the relationship could go any better than it did, and talk about finding him as a coach and just bringing him in here, what he's been like with this program.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a great year, with Nick on staff. Very fortunate to get him here. He played for Dave Macedo down at Virginia Wesleyan. Coach Macedo has a Wilkes connection. Played for Coach Rickroad, was his assistant coach. So, as we know, the coaching community is actually a lot smaller than people, I think, realize. It's kind of like a 6 degree of separation type of deal. And so when I was looking to fill our position, I reached out to Dave, and Dave recommended Nick. So Nick came up and interviewed for the job, and really blew us away with his positivity, his energy, his knowledge of the game, and just kind of his vision for what Wilkes could be and his career moving forward there. And it's been, like I said, a great year so far. And we're very fortunate to have Nick on our staff.
Coach Doyle kind of hit the nail on the head. He said, hey, this is one of the goofiest group of guys I've been around, but boy, these guys know how to put the game face on when they hit the court, and obviously credit to you and your coaching staff and getting these guys to play the game of basketball when they need to, yet, hey, we're here to just have a good time and be like a family.
Well, John, I think that's what it should be. We're playing a game. It's a sport. Obviously, there's a time to, be serious and, compete and all that good stuff, but we can't lose sight of why we're here, and it's to be a group and to work towards a common goal and to have fun doing it. And so I think this group's got great perspective and understanding that off the court, we can have some fun and joke around with each other and laugh, and then when it's practice time and game time, let's get focused and let's compete to win. And I think the group's done a great job. Like I said, they're a fun group to come to practice with every day.
You've coached at different levels, and obviously wherever you're coaching, wherever you're playing, you got to be your best, and in the Freedom Conference, bringing out your best. Talk a little bit about that edge that you try to bring out with these guys, and what that competition is like in the Freedom Conference, and kind of soaking it up the best you could. Say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, and we want to be the best that we can be.
Sure. Well, I mean, the beautiful thing is when October 15th comes around, everybody starts practice. I mean, you set some goals with your team, and the goal for us was to get back into the conference playoffs, get back to the conference tournament. We were there 2 years ago. We didn't make it this past year. So this year, that was the primary goal. And then you try to take it one game at a time, and that's cliche, but I think that's the only way to do it, is always focus on the next game. So when we got into conference play, and obviously the opponents and what the challenges they're going to present and how you go about preparing for each game, but it's win the next game. And whether it was a great win or a tough loss, you just tried to kind of stay in the moment and then prepare yourself for that next one. And I think our guys had great perspective throughout the season. They never got too high after a big win, never got too low after a tough loss. And that allowed us to kind of, just stay even keel and keep the train moving on the tracks, and getting us to the playoffs right there. So a lot of fun with this group.
Get another opportunity this weekend. Obviously, Misericordia wins the Freedom Conference. Congratulations to them. They're going to travel out to Ohio. You guys get to host a tourney this weekend. That's a lot of fun. A lot of teams from all over the place, but big opportunity this weekend.
Yeah, well, first let me tip my hat to Misericordia. I mean, they finished the season great. They outplayed us in the playoffs, and they went again on Saturday on the road to DeSales and played a great game, and they're very deserving of being our league champion this year, and I wish them nothing but the best at Wittenberg. For us, the opportunity to host the ECAC this weekend, which is always a great tournament. They've changed the format, John, the last couple of years, where now they're taking teams from all over the Northeast and bringing them into one spot. So it's a really competitive tournament made up of teams that have won between, let's say, 17, 18, and 22 games. So you're going to see a lot of good teams that are probably NCAA tournament caliber ball clubs that just fell short maybe in their conference tournament, and they're coming to the March Center. So that's exciting for us to be able to play in a tournament like that and keep our season going. I mean, we have a good group, and we want to keep winning, and more importantly, just keep playing together and see if we can build on some of the great things that we've had happen this year.
Leslie, congratulations on Coach of the Year. Congratulations on being the 1 seed in the Freedom Conference, hosting the ECAC Championships this weekend. It's been a nice run in 2017-18.
Thanks, John. We appreciate all the support by you and the coverage.
John Goffredo with us from Wilkes University, and John, has been a great year for the Colonels. Talk about your role, getting in, doing some things when you can, pushing the guys in practice, and trying to show some senior leadership here for this group.
Yeah, I think for my role, it was just to take the younger guys under my wing and try to help them and get ready for the college experience and going through the summer workouts and getting ready during pickup and for practice, and really getting to know how to play the game, because it's a whole different step once you get from high school to college.
Being able to last all those years in college, it's not easy to keep it going. Every year as a student athlete in the NCAA, you're questioning yourself, do I need to do this? Studies are so important. Talk about seeing it through for yourself and making it work under Coach Metz.
Yeah, it was 4 years ago. It goes by fast, but it's a long process. It gets tiring after a while. Always going to practice, year in, year out. But Coach Metz has really helped all of us in a way. He'll push us to our max, but we won't be practicing that long. He wants to maximize our potential and just help us to be ready for games when it comes that time.
Fun and family, that's what this group's about. Coach Doyle kind of hit that and said it's just a funny group. Talk about the laughs that you guys have.
Yeah, we have a lot of comedians on our team. You have Zach Walzer and Mason Gross. They're the head of it, you could say. But everybody's like a family. I think of these guys as my brothers, and I wouldn't trade any of them for anything.
Down the road 5, 10, 15 years, you see some of the guys who were with you years ago, maybe when you were a freshman, back in the stands watching these Colonels play. This looks like a group that's going to keep in touch with each other.
Oh yeah, it's nice because it's more than just basketball. Because you think you're building relationships, you're networking. these are some of the guys that you're going to be with that throughout your life you could be with.
Down the road here, sports management for you. What do you hope to do in the future?
I'm hoping to look to get into coaching. Take after. I've been talking to Coach Doyle a lot. He's been helping me get me to the next stage. Hopefully trying to get a graduate spot or get an assistant spot somewhere.
Well, it's good to hear. Good job, man. A nice career, and I hope you guys can do it this weekend at ECACs.
Thank you. Hope we're going to bring back a championship.
Continuing the conversation with the Wilkes University Colonels here at our Carol and Janelle on the John Mendola Show. Rob Pecorelli's with us. And Rob, some accolades for you after the season in the Freedom Conference. Talk about you and your teammates and pushing each other this year. And Coach Metz gets Coach of the Year. So you guys deserved a lot of that stuff, a lot of hard work. You guys found a way to put it all together.
Yeah, a lot of us in the off season starts with just hours in the gym, playing together, growing on chemistry, just getting a feel for each other, when to move the ball, and making that extra pass, knowing the guys are going to be able to step up and trusting their teammates is huge.
Young guys like yourself and Mullins. Talk about some of that youth movement there. Obviously, you guys got hit a little bit by the injury bug with a few other players hoping to make an impact as well again this year. But take us through just being younger and looking up to some of these seniors and learning from them.
Yeah, well, they set a good example for us, show us how to work day in and day out, show us what to do, and just setting a precedent for us that we need to follow and keep an expectation up to get shots up, to get lift in, and just be ready to practice every single day and give it our best.
How much more comfortable were you getting that academic year in? You're maybe not worrying about that as much, getting used to Coach Metz's system. Take us through being a college athlete, going from high school to college, and getting that first year under your belt, now maybe feeling a little more comfortable.
Well, definitely the first year is a little bit, the game's faster, it's a little bit tougher. And in the off season, after my freshman year, I just wanted to get stronger, wanted to get better with my shot, and to get more confident just going to hooping and all around my game. That was a huge step for me for freshman to sophomore year.
Biggest thing I think you see from high school athletics to college athletics, basketball-wise, is being accountable on defense. Maybe, take a couple plays off in high school, you're floating away in a zone, but man, you got to be on it in college, and Coach Metz will let you know if you're not.
No, definitely he will. And that's just a huge step going from freshman to sophomore year, that you know what to expect defensively, and even playing against better competition in the summer to get you ready for your next year.
What is it about this team that has given you guys success?
I think just how close we are. We love each other. Genuinely, we actually like hanging out with each other on and off the court. And I think that's huge. When we're on the court, we just want to be together. And we want to have success for each other, not just ourselves.
A lot of busting each other's toes on this team. Talk about some of those busters over there.
It's definitely not me, but it's a lot of the other guys. They're funny, and we just like making fun of each other. All in good fun, though. It keeps the spirits high.
All right, man. Well, we wish you the best in the ECACs this weekend.
Thank you.
Tommy Bowen with us from Wilkes University and the Colonels, #1 seed in the Freedom Conference. Misericordia wins it all, a couple of wins on the road. You guys make it to the ECACs, which is a great thing, and hosting it this weekend. Talk about getting that second life and being able to hit the court again. You guys able to practice and work towards something.
Yeah, of course. Always getting a second chance is pretty great. You don't usually get second chances in life that much. Losing to Misericordia was pretty tough for us, so coming back on the court together to play a couple more times together is just a great opportunity to us. And especially getting the ECACs, getting a high seed, getting that bye, and then be able to host it, I think it's pretty special for us and our school.
You guys are having a good time, man. This is what it's all about. Talk about being able to hang out with your best friends here in college.
This team makes everything easy at college. We're a family. I made a lot of friends here. Mason, Walzer, all the guys throughout the team just make everything easy for us. Hanging out, we hang out during practice, out of school, get lunch together. Most of us have classes together, so just being with these guys are awesome.
Talk about the balance of Coach Metz between being after you and then letting you guys do what you do as a family together and being able to laugh together. You gotta know what switches to hit. He seems like he knows what to hit.
On the court, it's all serious. It's business. That's what we do. We come to college, play basketball, and get an education. So that's what he talks about, education first, but then when you hit the basketball court, you got to lock in and focus. But, he understands off court. We're all friends. We're all buddies. We're going to have a good time together. he invites us over to his house sometimes to watch like football and stuff like that. So he likes having a good time with us, and I mean, he understands we're a fun group and kind of wild sometimes as well.
Let's talk about some of the steadiness on this team. A guy like Zach Bruner, who kind of shows up, does his thing, and you don't hear too much from him when he's on the court, other than communicating. But he's not a rah-rah kind of guy. But he does his job. That fits perfectly into the role. Get a guy like Marcus who might get really excited. So take us through some of those personalities.
I mean, Bruner on the court, I mean, he's all serious, he's all business when he comes to that. But I mean, a lot of them, Bruner, I mean, he off the court, man, he's a different guy. I mean, he's a fun guy to be around, jokes around with us all the time. Just like Marcus, like you mentioned, I mean, he's serious. I mean, he's one of our captains. I look at him on the court. I mean, he runs plays. I mean, he tells us what to do sometimes. But off the court, man, we're just a fun time. I mean, he has a good time with us. I mean, I think everyone on the court has a different personality. I mean, when you're on the court, everything's serious. Yeah, you're gonna have some fun and spurts, but everything's business. But off the court, all of us have different personalities, and we like to have a great time together as well.
Talk about your future. What do you think is going to happen for you going forward after graduation?
I mean, right now I'm going for a marketing major. Also, trying to be a double major. I'm going to try and get management as well. Still got a year under my belt, year and a half, I guess. But after school, I'm trying to 2 or 3 years live from home, probably live close with family so I can make enough money. But eventually, dream job, just to go down to North Carolina market and work for a boating industry. I'm big into boats and the water. So I want to do that with my life and start advertising companies and sports companies like that as well.
All right, Tommy, great to hear your story. We wish you the best.
Thank you so much.